Hey guys, what's up? Today's video I'm going to show you how to cut and solder wires and also install the mystical Dean's plug. The tools you're going to need is a hot soldering iron, don't burn yourself, some solder, I'm using 6040, you can find these at Radio Shack, wire cutters and strippers, a $5 knife I got on vacation, a pair of pliers with little wire cutters there, a lighter, and yeah, let's get started. Okay, first off, I'm going to show you, like, say if you have basic tools and you're on the field. Say if I'm going to cut this wire. Okay, now, I'm going to use a knife, or you can use the actual knife. You can strip the insulation, just like so. Just spin around, bam. Pop that aside. I'm going to try to show you 3 ways to solder. There's advantages and disadvantages for everything, depending on what you want to do. So, okay. Okay, I have this. Let me go ahead and show you. The simplest way is just get a glob of solder and you just stick it on there. So, make sure it's hot. Okay, good. Kind of heat up the wires and kind of just infuse. And you see kind of bubble, that's good. And it's still hot. And just kind of get the solder all up in there. Okay, cool. As you can see, be careful, you will have solder just flicking everywhere. As you can see, it's basically like kind of like a paintbrush, sort of. We dip it in the paint. So you can grab a heat shrink and go like this. Before you start flaming me, just watch this whole video. Okay, now to close it or secure it, basically you can use like something to hold it, and you can go like this. This is an okay connection, but if it's moving, I would not recommend it. Okay, basically got it all fused together. This is okay. It will break if you have it, like, say, in a stock and it's constantly moving. So, slide it over, lighter. Cool, that's okay. Second one is, okay, let me just, where it's faster. Bam. And you have different gauges, so you can go, oh, okay, bam. These are like, maybe like $8 to $20 at Radio Shack or whatever electronics store. Okay, now another way. Okay, let me just do the same thing. Get the solder on there and heat it up. And it will get hot. The wire will get hot, and it will burn your fingers. So you might want to wear mittens or something like that. Oven mitts. Not really. Don't do that, please. So, let's get the solder on there. All full of solder. And that's cool. Okay, get your side heat shrink again. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is hold it in place. Facebook's going off, I don't know what to do. And instead of touching like this, what I'm going to do is go like that. So it's a little stronger, more surface area. So basically, heat up one side and let it all mix in there. So now it's a stronger joint, so that's good. And what you can do is cover it up. And cool. So now you have a little stronger joint compared to before. Now, for the last one, this is the most secure way, and it's instead of like this or like this, it's basically, and it makes a noise. So, cut it. You want to give yourself a little more wire to work with. So cut a little more. And basically, first off, be careful. If you have a metal sliver go in your finger, that will hurt, so be careful. Kind of split it like so. You're never going to stop at this. Never. You can scream if you want, like if you get cut, but... Okay, so basically, stick wires like so. And kind of just twist it together, your finger, and just... Come on, get in there. Okay, cool. So now when it's like that, now you apply the solder and you have to get it extra hot so just all fuses in there and you're good. Ah, cranky. Forgot the heat shrink. Sure, you put the heat shrink on first. And like say if you're like, what, there's not enough room. You can use these, we have them on the part shop now. Bam, look at that, son. Look at that. So now, don't worry. I'll put links below for that. Okay, so now, here we go. It's going to take a while, but trust me, it's worth it. I just like to kind of get a whole bunch of solder on there, and then since heat rises, last time I checked, just kind of underneath, hold it on the wire, and it kind of like melts through. And it just takes some time. Add more solder if needed. And you're good. Once you see it kind of like bubble a little, basically it's all together. Now this will be the strongest joint, but the most time consuming. Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. Don't forget it's hot. Just remember, you guys, the metal does conduct heat pretty well, so be careful. Okay, as you can see, it's very strong. Let me tug on it. Okay, cool. Now, add the heat shrink, and good. So with this, and now to put the little part back, use a flathead and just gently pry the little arrow prongs, kind of like you have the arrow, then you have the buffalo. Bam, look at that. Now you notice, it did shorten it. So if you have a wire length issue, that might not be the best for you. This one's a little short just because it's overlapped. This one is basically the same length. So this is the first one I did. This is the second one I did. This is the last one. So you have boom, boom, and then like that. So now you're saying, oh, I want to put Deans on. Okay, let's put Deans on. Okay, this is the plug you'd use for a battery. So let's pretend this is a battery. First off, if it's a battery, do not do this, please. You'll short your LiPo or whatever battery. So cut one at a time. Cut one. Strip it. Okay. And most times, like I'm going to use a Modify Ultra plug. Yeah, Modify. They usually come with larger heat shrink and color coded, so it's even cooler. So let me go ahead and get started. For this, what I'm going to do is just basically do the whole bond like that. So it'll look basically like that. So let me just add some solder. Okay, cool. And I'm going to go ahead and add solder to both little tabs of the Dean's plug at once. So, bam. Just like a little button like that of solder. And then on this side, trying to make it somewhat streamlined. Oh. So if you look closely, you'll see little negative sign. That's for the black wire. The positive sign for the red wire. So I'm going to attach the red wire here, the black one here. You can do the black one there, but say if you're using wet noodle or whatever, it will be bulky. So here we go. Attaching the red wire first. Get the little heat shrink that it comes with. Slide it all the way back, and I'm just going to stick it upright. And here we go. Heat up the wire a little, and then heat up. Here we go, and it gets kind of liquidy. Poke it a couple times, make sure, hey, you attach, you stay there. And it's nice and good. Notice how there's like, it's nice and gradual. There's like a mountain of solder on there, but not too much. But it's on there good. So before I attach the other wire, insulate it. What I like to do is press and hold so it looks kind of ugly like that. But then it wraps around all the nooks and crannies. So it's good. It's basically like a seal. So in case you're playing in water or whatever. Now, get the other wire. Cut it. Cut it. Same thing. It's almost automatic how you do this. Come on, get hot. Okay. Don't forget the insulation. And here we go. You can use stuff like this. You can find it at like electronic stores in case you want to like get all up in there. But you don't have to. You can use your solder core, hold it in place. And then kind of pinch up. And good. And to add some pizzazz, you twist it. And now you're custom. Look at that. That is custom. Hopefully this video helps. So now you know how to solder with a point like this, overlap, and then the tangle, or I don't even know the technical names for it. But this will help you. And I used basic tools. You can find at Radio Shack or Dad's Hardware Bucket. I don't know. This has been Brian from Echo1 USA. Remember, subscribe, click on the link above, share it with your friends, and also click the thumbs up button so I know that you guys like this video and all the other ones. Thanks for watching.